If you feel offended by the truth I speak, then you are part of the problem we seek. I say everyone means those who agree, not the ones who take it personally. My take with T.R. Richardson. Say what others think but won't mention. Bold and raw, no filter applied. Join the conversation. Step inside. Think different.
This is T.R. Richardson, and this is my take. I'm just going to say it because, good Lord, someone needs to before we completely lose more than just our minds. Population control is real. Trafficking is real. And whether we like it or not, we've all contributed to this absolute mess without even realizing it. Most of us were raised to never talk about religion or politics in mixed company. We were taught to mind our business, look away, and keep quiet. Back then, the biggest family scandal was Uncle Bob's questionable toupee, or who stole the last deviled egg. At the same time, we were told community mattered, that it takes a village, that adults guide children, and that values are passed down through families. Somewhere along the way, our silence started looking like acceptance, our kindness started looking like weakness, and our beliefs started getting trampled in the name of fairness and equality. History books are being rewritten. Technology is raising our kids. How does that make you feel? Has officially replaced, I'm going to count to 3. And let's be honest, nothing in human history struck more pure, ice-cold terror into a child's soul than the silence between 2 and 3. Respect for authority turned into therapy for everything. Focus inward long enough, and you can convince your brain of problems that never existed. We've reached a point where a school will put a litter box in a bathroom because a child identifies as a raccoon, and adults are expected to applaud it. Look, when I was 7, I wanted to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex, but I still had the common decency to use a flush toilet. Children are being sexualized under the banner of gender exploration. Those middle school years that were awkward for us all have now become a TED Talk about questioning the difference between sex and gender. Oh wait, hold that thought. It is now time for today's lesson. All right, class, settle down. Today we're doing something a little different. We're going to watch an educational film about 3 subjects that grown-ups somehow keep mixing up: biology, psychology, and sociology. Now, before we roll the film, let me give you the basics so you know what you're looking for. Biology is the study of living things: bodies, cells, chromosomes, anatomy. Psychology is the study of the mind, thoughts, feelings, identity. Sociology is the study of society, roles, norms, expectations. 3 different fields, 3 different definitions, 3 different realities. All right, kids, lights down, eyes forward. Let's roll the film.
In today's lesson, we explore 3 pillars of human understanding: biology, psychology, and sociology. Each one describes a different part of human life, and when we keep them separate, everything makes sense. Biology, the realm of sex. Biology deals with the physical world. It describes what bodies are, not what they feel or express. In biology, sex refers to chromosomes, reproductive anatomy, gametes, hormones, secondary sex characteristics. Sex is biological. Sex is physical. Sex is not a social category. Psychology, the realm of identity. Psychology studies the mind, thoughts, feelings, identity. This is where gender identity comes from. Not anatomy, not chromosomes, not reproductive function. Gender identity is a person's internal sense of masculinity, femininity, both, neither. It is psychological, not biological. Sociology, the realm of roles. Sociology studies society, culture, norms, expectations. This is where gender originally lived. Historically, gender meant masculine roles, feminine roles, social expectations, cultural behaviors. In the 1960s, dictionaries defined gender as a grammatical category, a social descriptor, not identity, not biology. Where the confusion started. Over time, media and popular culture began using the word gender to describe everything: biology, identity, and social roles. This created confusion. Biology did not change. Psychology did not change. Sociology did not change, only the language changed. Since gender is a social category, masculine or feminine, then changing gender means changing social role or presentation. Changing biology, hormones, or anatomy does not change chromosomes or reproductive function. Thus, sex is biological, gender is social, gender identity is psychological. 3 fields, 3 definitions, 3 realities.
And that, class, is why people today are so confused. Not because biology changed, not because psychology changed, not because sociology changed, but because the media mashed all 3 together and called it gender. And now, everyone argues about things that were already clear basically since the dawn of time. So you will want to write this down. This will be on the exam. Sex is biology, gender is social, gender identity is psychological, 3 different fields, 3 different definitions. Any questions? No? Good. I'm glad we were clear on this, but pretty simple. Class dismissed. Call me old-fashioned, but I thought binary was a math term, and I thought the birds and the bees were creatures, not my classmates. Now we've made the unacceptable commonplace. If you want to talk population control, here it is. No one is lining up to mate with someone who thinks they're a possum. Gender conversations about children are sexualizing them, and sterilizing kids under the guise of affirmation doesn't exactly help humanity continue. Meanwhile, AI is exploding with 0 guardrails, and a handful of billionaires could steer the future of humanity into complete extinction. Personally, I'm not thrilled about the prospect of a robot overlord deciding whether I'm allowed to eat carbs. I don't care what goes on in your bedroom, just like I don't want my grandparents talking about all the weird places they made. Whoopee. Seriously, the mental image of Nana and Gramps on a shag carpet in 1972 is enough to make anyone want to self-sterilize. But nowadays, adults talk about their sex lives like it's a personality trait, and we are forced to accept it all in public. Now we have disrespectful kids running their mouths in the room. Real earth-shattering consequences for awful behaviors have disappeared. The answer now to your attitude, your anxiety, your weight, your love life, you name it, is medication. ADHD became a catch-all instead of go outside and burn off that energy until your legs fall off. Families don't sit at dinner tables. Restaurants are dead quiet because everyone's staring into a little black screen. COVID quarantined us into isolation and online dependency. Schools are failing. IQs are dropping. Critical thinking has been replaced with Google it. Big pharma and big tech aren't just businesses anymore, they're running the world. Come on, man, it's time to speak up. This isn't a phase. It's not a slump. It's not a curve we'll drift out of. The alternative is the end of who we are, the extinction of our humanity, our freedom, and our sanity. So who is man enough? Who is woman enough? Who has the backbone to stop worrying about being politically correct? Step up and actually help re-rail the train before we run out of tracks completely. This is T.R. Richardson, and this is my take. If you enjoyed my take, please like and subscribe. Forward to some others out there that may think they are alone. They are not. We are still the majority. We just have to stop being silent. See you next time.